Howdy. I'm gonna talk about Azrael's changes in BBTAG 2.0. He got very minor adjustments. So firstly is that his dash now has this limited range. If you look at old footage of him, you can see where I would go a full distance, but you can see I'm always going to end up here even if I'm at this situation. I will always end with just that little bit of space, unless I stay in front. But you can see a consistent, see here. Yeah, this is a buff. Mostly because of the fact that you're in 5A range now, whereas sometimes if you were at, like, say, like this range, or rather, yeah, like this sort of range, if you dash through, you would only be in range where your 5A with, and your 5B would be too close. So a lot of characters could just poke you for dashing through. Now you're in range for more faster cross-ups, which is a good buff. It does leave you closer for some reversals, but because it also reduces the amount of total frames your dash has, it means that you can go into block earlier and not worry about some DPs as much. So overall, it's a good change. In addition to this, the dash change, there's also a new change in the game itself where there is now a cross rate. Where if you do your A auto combo and end with another A, you will use all your assist gauge and get cross rate. It's a good tool. Now, Azrael also has it where you need a mash to get his just frame, or rather you need a time a just frame. So it means that in routes that use a lot of proration, and this is like your ender, you're running the risk of if you miss the just frame to go for a you'll end up getting a cross raid. This is a way to go about it is gonna be generally if you're not comfortable with ending your route in a 5AA, kind of like in the corner route where if you do something like this. Like you can see there, that's a situation where I missed the just frame and we'll get cross raid. And in this route, I did it without the cross raid. So you'll have situations where you'll end up actually using your gauge. So I would recommend either, if you're not comfortable with getting the just frame there, to just avoid it and go for another route. Or with the DP earlier, possibly another like B Sentinel loop. But yeah, just keep that in mind. It's a necessary change for him. Basically just means you have to time those just frames or avoid them if you're a masher. Or just be okay with the fact that you may be spinning your assist gauge there. Generally, that's only going to take priority in the corner, and even still from the corner, you're able to get a safe jump from this. So, not a bad situation at all. Another notable change Azrael got in this version is the fact that now he no longer has to TK to get dash specials. Prior, you'd have to do an input like this, which you can still do, but so they made it where now you just do this. So it's going to increase reliability of TK specials, which is cool. Yeah. If you're already TKing before, this is pretty much a non-change. If you weren't prior, you should learn how to do it. The only other noticeable change was a shadow buff, in the sense where that just being that it's not listed in the patch notes. And all it is the fact that prior they made his happy birthday more consistent here. So if you catch a assist here, now this situation you'll actually be able to get a happy birthday route from. For prior this situation you would not get a happy birthday. So it's a good buff. Prior, anytime you'd call an assist like here, if you did 5BB immediately and got the just frame, usually the assist there would pop out at the just frame Sentinel dump. Where now they do not. Which is cool. That is a really good buff. They basically just made his happy birthdays more consistent. Even from like Valiant here. And there goes my HUD. Alright, well I guess on that note, that's a good, this is a good point to wrap up the video. Not much changed. If there's any, like, updates, I'll probably put them in the description of, like, if there was if I find another, like, shadow buff, but, like, overall, he just got slight buffs. He's in a decent spot before. He's gonna stay in that spot. Teams have changed a bit. I'll make a new video, discussing his synergies and whatnot, but, yeah.